When it comes time to manage your files, saving, opening, and closing, Excel 2010, just like all of the other 2010 applications, has one place where you can do it all, and that's Backstage View. And click the File tab. That brings you into Backstage View. Now let's talk about what's going on here. Some things are typical, saving, opening, and closing. And I'll just go and open a file. And let's open up this file here called Backstage View. Doesn't really matter what's on there. And here's something that's pretty cool. Let's close Backstage View. Now, you could just click this little X here, or you can press Control F4. Well, when you go back to Backstage View and click this Recent section, you see it's up here as a recently opened file. You could just click it and it comes up. Well, that's probably not a big deal, but here's what's kind of neat. Let's go back here to Recent. Is that Excel will remember the last 50 files that you had open. And over here, it will remember recent places where you were. But wait, there's more. What if this Backstage View file is a file that you need to get to very often? Well, you see this little push pin? If you click that push pin, and now you notice it's blue and it's pushed in, it means that Excel is going to retain it, and it's always going to be in that position. Now, if you hit the Escape key on your keyboard, that kind of brings you out of Backstage View and back to the Home tab, or really whatever tab you were in recently. Now, again, if we close it, go back here, and you see it's there, and we can open it as many times as we want. Let's go back here to Recent. When you have any of these push pins pushed in, they will always stay at the top. So the pushed in files will always be at the top of the list above any of these. Let's take a look at some of the other things here. If you click Info, here's all the information about this particular file, and you have various properties here, and you can assign permissions. We're going to come and deal with this in more detail in a later movie. Let's go to the New section. And then in the New section, this is how we can create new files. And we have templates, and we can create blank files. And we'll also look at this in some detail later. Printing, it's right here. And this is a new print dialog box in this version. And everything you'd need to know about printing, anything you'd need to do, is right here in this window. And you notice Print Preview is over here. So this is sort of a unified dialog box. And of course, you could always press Control P to get to print. If you go to Save and Send, this is all about collaboration. If you want to send your file to someone, if you want to save it up on a website, save it on a SharePoint portal if you have access to it, you can change your file type to many different file types here. See all sorts of different options available. And you could also create an Adobe Acrobat PDF directly from within Excel. And we're going to come and look at all of this in more detail later. If you need help, you can click Help and get into the Help system. And if you go down here to Options, this is how you can set all of the options for Excel. And you see on the left side, this is broken into different categories. I'm just going to cancel out here. Notice because we went into the print dialog box, we now have this dotted line here showing us a page break. So what's really nice about Backstage View is all of the Office 2010 programs have them. If you go into Word or PowerPoint or Access, you'll have the Backstage View and you'll know immediately how to use it. I think that's a really great addition to this version.